This is a special update on Silicon Valley's hostile takeover of democracy. The fusion of technological ambition and authoritarian politics is actively reshaping the fabric of American democracy. Silicon Valley elites and key political figures are orchestrating a deliberate plan to dismantle traditional governance and replace it with corporate-run, technology-driven states. This think piece examines how billionaire tech leaders like Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, and Vance are leveraging Donald Trump's presidency to realize their vision of a fragmented, neo-feudal world order. Silicon Valley's relationship with the Trump administration is not merely one of convenience or financial backing. It is a calculated effort to secure the political conditions necessary to build autonomous, tech-controlled territories. Figures like Thiel, Musk, and Vance are not merely passive supporters. They are active architects of a new governance model aimed at undermining democratic norms, centralizing power, and implementing a corporate-led restructuring of society. At the heart of this effort is the concept of the network state, popularized by Balaji Srinivasan. This vision involves dismantling nation-states into smaller, self-governing corporate territories. These autonomous zones would be technologically managed, operating independently from national laws, and defended by private security forces. Tech elites view this model as the next step in human progress, liberated from the inefficiencies of democratic governance. The concept resonates deeply with libertarian futurism, a belief that innovation and individualism are hindered by government intervention. Their strategy involves creating exit options for wealthy elites, establishing sovereign territories where they can exercise unregulated power. Donald Trump's presidency has provided fertile ground for these aspirations. His administration's focus on dismantling federal oversight, defunding public institutions, and promoting freedom cities aligns seamlessly with Silicon Valley's vision of private governance. By advocating for new, privately controlled urban spaces on federal land, Trump is laying the groundwork for realizing these tech-libertarian utopias. Project 2025 and the Butterfly Revolution exemplify the alignment between Trump's ambitions and tech elites' goals. Project 2025 outlines a plan to centralize executive power, purge federal employees, referred to as RAGE, retire all government employees, and consolidate law enforcement under presidential control. The Butterfly Revolution goes even further, proposing a complete overhaul of the judiciary and legislative bodies to ensure loyalty and compliance. Thiel's vision, inspired by Curtis Yarvin's theories, involves dismantling democracy in favor of centralized, autocratic leadership that treats governance as a corporate enterprise. Trump's willingness to embrace these ideas is evident in his speeches and policy proposals, highlighting a disturbing synergy between political authoritarianism and corporate domination. If successful, this techno-authoritarian alliance would fundamentally alter the social contract. Citizens would no longer participate in a democratic process, but become consumers within a corporate ecosystem, where rights and freedoms are contingent upon economic value. In this model, power consolidates in the hands of a few influential billionaires who govern through privatized, data-driven systems. The rise of freedom cities as privately managed enclaves would further entrench economic inequality, creating elite havens where the wealthy live beyond the reach of traditional regulation. These territories would effectively become city-states, managed like corporations, and isolated from broader societal responsibilities. This movement is not merely hypothetical. Projects like Praxis and Pronomos are actively developing network cities, aiming to build autonomous zones worldwide. The strategic collaboration between Trump's political machinery and Silicon Valley's corporate agenda threatens to replace democratic governance with privatized, tech-centric control. As traditional checks and balances are dismantled, the risks of an entrenched oligarchy grow. The alignment between Silicon Valley's disruptive innovation ethos and Trump's autocratic leanings marks a dangerous turn in modern governance. It is a direct challenge to the very notion of representative democracy and civic accountability. The convergence of tech ambition and authoritarian governance poses an unprecedented threat to democracy. Silicon Valley's pursuit of fragmented self-governing tech enclaves, backed by Trump's willingness to centralize power, is driving a new form of political takeover, one that seeks to replace democratic systems with corporate autonomy. As this alliance unfolds, it becomes clear that America is not just grappling with political polarization, but a fundamental reimagining of governance itself. The question remains whether citizens will resist this transformation or passively accept a future where democracy is supplanted by corporate rule.